and you're facing major competition from your neighbors. What will you do? Do you give up on life? Not at all. You'll buy an integrated resort. With the IR, you will never lose a tourist dime again. Other countries have their own legalized casinos and even a theme park. But thanks to the IR, not only will your casino attract company investments and tourists, it will provide countless rice bowls for your people. Not convinced? Dr. G. Xiao Onion will tell you why you should have one in your home.
First, look at this graph and at this equation. The IR provides a new and larger variety of goods and services, ranging from shops, restaurants, entertainment, and everyone's favorite, casinos. Therefore, the consumption component of the AD will increase. Also, foreign consumption from tourists will also rise. To attract your locals to visit the IRs, I suggest that you provide free shuttle bus services. This will increase your government expenditure, which is a component of AD. With the rise in G, AD will increase. However, it is important to note that part of what you spend on IRs is actually on investments. Not to worry, the IRs are funded by non-government organizations such as Las Vegas Sands. You may also impose tax on firms and consumers, such as a company tax, a good and service tax, and casino duties. These taxes can amount up to 1.1 billion Singapore dollars this year and may rise to 1.6 billion Singapore dollars next year. Be warned that these taxes will naturally increase cost of production for firms and cut consumption. This will lead to a slight decrease in the short run in the AS curve, an upward shift.
And let's not forget about the X minus M component. The degree of which these components change will depend on the tastes and preferences of the consumers. Goods and services in the IRs may be local or imported. If foreign consumers purchase more local goods, the export component will increase, as the local firms increases the supply of goods and services to meet their demand. If consumers purchase more imported goods, the import component will increase. These two factors will determine the degree of increase or decrease of the AD. However, in actuality, the S component will rise at a greater degree because most tourists in Singapore have to go through local tourist agencies and stay in local lodging.
As mentioned, the IRs are also expected to generate local and foreign investments. Investors may find ample opportunities, profits, and business expectations by investing in certain features of the IRs, for example, the casinos and the theme parks. For instance, one of our products, the Marina Bay Sands alone, is expected to attract as much as 5 billion Singapore dollars of investments. Increments in investments have several effects on the economy. Firstly, since the investments component increases, AD will also increase. Secondly, it will also cause an increase in AS in the long run. This is because investing in the IRs will lead to an improvement in efficiency and availability of new resources. Investments and income will continue to increase due to the multiplier accelerator effect. The multiplier effect illustrates how an increase in autonomous expenditure, such as investments, leads to increase in income for the recipients. Meanwhile, the accelerator effect shows the amount of new investment that is necessary in order to meet the rise in demand for goods and services due to the rise in national income. Also, there will be a further increase in AD and AS.
As in this graph, an increase in AD and a short run and long run increase in AS will lead to increased national income from Y0 to Y1. The rising income, consumption and multiplier accelerator effect also generates more employment. It is predicted that the IRs will generate many jobs. These increases in national income and employment will lead to sustainable economic growth for Singapore. In addition, it will be able to compete with other neighboring countries, for example Macau, in terms of tourism. In addition, there will be also external impacts. Firstly, the local currency will appreciate due to increase in demand of local currency. Balance of payment will also improve because there has been a rising trend in exports.
Still not convinced? Well, here are a few words from our satisfied customers.
My Resort is a neighboring famous tourist attraction that is a potential competitor for Singapore. It is known that I still retain TalkSport as the #1 gaming market at $23 billion in earnings this year and more than 26 billion Singapore dollars projected for next year.
See how happy they are? That could be you. So what are you waiting for? Order your IR now. The Marina Bay Sands costs only $7.5 billion, while Resort Sentosa costs only $6.6 billion, each sold separately.
The IR is to protect against gambling addicts. If you experience increased gambling addiction, social, financial or psychological problems. Meanwhile, you may have to spend more building rehabilitation centers and imposed levies such as $100 due to the increased crime rates instead of other sectors or investments such as education, healthcare, security and others. Economic development will also be slightly affected by the IRs. Figures and impacts are given for illustration purposes only. The degree of successes of your IR will depend on the state of your economy. We warn that excessive spending on the IR can result in demand pull inflation, which will impede economic growth. Thank you.